subscription box from the makers. It's the beginning of a month, so we're starting a box, and this month it is going to be the Dartmoor pony box, or we'll see how we go. I might go off piste and make it into a slightly different type of pony, but we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Guys, if you can let me know in the comments if everything's working before we get started, because I hate that doing the talking to myself for a bit. Did you miss me? I actually managed to have a couple of weeks off and do a thing with actual other human beings. Crazy. So I hope everyone had an awesome time and didn't misbehave too much without me being around here on on a Sunday. But yeah, it looks like we are live. We've got Diana in the house. Hi, Pam and the clan. The pony looks really sweet. I'm looking forward to making it. I love making ponies. Some of the first things I did was made some Shetland ponies and stuff many years ago. So much fun. And horses are really difficult to make. So you can get away with a whole lot more with ponies because you don't have to necessarily go for accurate, go for stumpy with a big belly. And it's cute. Why does that work in the animal kingdom? But apparently stumpy and a big belly doesn't work in human. Tracy's here. Hello, Pam and everyone. Carol saying, can hear me loud and clear. Awesome. Erica, good day. Glad to be back. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me. Oh, Heather loves my hair. Yeah, where I was for a week, we had a swimming pool, so you're not supposed to like wash dyed hair all that often. So let's just say I'm in my summer plumage. So wow, this stuff needs dyed quite badly. But here we go. This is what happens if you swim for a week in freshly dyed hair. And where are we? Diana, we missed you. Oh, thank you so much. I would love to say that I missed you guys. Last Sunday, I was getting very sunburned while swimming in the most beautiful beach on the Clyde. It sounds awful swimming in a river, but the River Clyde sort of, it becomes the sea. It just looks like the sea. So sorry, didn't miss you. I was on a beach having an awesome time. Dawn's in the house. Hello there. And Tobias, hey. Oh, it must be ridiculous o'clock in the morning for you. So hello. Oh, let's speak softly so Tobias can chill. All right, let's get on with this. Let's see if I can do the two cameras. I can do the two cameras. Awesomeness. Move stuff about so I've got space to work. And let's see. Oh, sorry about the mic. I'm a professional YouTuber. Let's see what's in the kit. Mr. Tamaya, hello there. You love doing horses and ponies. Me too. Oh, she's stiff. I do keep meaning to do a full horse tutorial because horses are difficult because massive bodies, teeny legs, but they're fun to make. Oh, excited. So, yes, to start with, we have our newsletter. So we've got our pony. The fairy box is a water fairy. This year's advent calendars are out, so if you want to get them, don't forget and grab them just now. Lots of new kits from the makers and a little tutorial for felted flowers. Awesome. Always good stuff in the newsletter. And the newsletter for the pony and elephant and calf next month. But here's a little spiel about the Dartmoor ponies as well. Super cute. And there's about your subscription. Here's our instructions as ever. Yep, so it's going to be 22 centimeters tall. I believe there was an issue with the printing of the template in this, so that would bring them up slightly smaller. So the maker should have emailed everybody out with different instructions. So I think I'm right. I see the makers in here. So yeah, but if this comes out slightly smaller, I think I might follow this one. And we have our wool. Smells like wool. Got some brown colours, some white, and some. This is the lanolin rich. Yep, lanolin rich core bats. Steffi in the house. Hello there, and Rose is in the house too. We've got this silk clay. We used this to make the Highland Coos horns many years ago, so I have used this stuff, a little bit of brown and a little bit of pink. So interested to see where we're going with that. The wire, yeah, it's a chunky wire, but it's actually quite bendy, so we'll see how we get on with that. I thought there might be wire in this kit, so I remembered to bring my bendy and bitey tools. Eyes will go into the sewing box. Actually, the best fiver I've spent on Amazon in like forever. Oh, and excellent, we get a coarse twisted needle in the box as well. That's good to know. That's all there is in the box. Just check the chat and then we'll get started. Steffi's saying yes, the template has been emailed and those that could catch got a hard copy in their box. The measurements are correct. Yes, so we could follow the measurements, see the email, or the later boxes have been caught, but I requested that I get the box like right at the start, so hopefully I'm a little bit ahead. Excuse me. Skywolf, hi there. Just working on a needle felt stitch for a friend. Oh, interesting. Stitch the Lilo and Stitch, or some kind of strange sewing thing. Okay. Use the template on page 2, which came out a little bit small, but that's the perfect size for me, I think. Standard medium can be used. Cut your wire into 2 40 centimeters and 1 25 centimeter. Oh, we've got a lot of wire. Aluminium wire. Yeah, this is totally, when I saw it I thought, oh, chunky, I'm not going to be able to bend this, but it's like super pliable. Could do some kind of sculpture just with this wire. 2 40 centimeters and 1 25. So if I take off the 25, which is about there, hopefully this should snip easily. Oh, it does. It's like butter. This is the weirdest stuff. So I assume if I fold this in half, look at me. It's like I've got brains sometimes. Fold it in half, then that should give the leftover. Eee. The wire's bare and slippy. You might find harder to wrap. There are several ways. You can cover it in florist tape, tiny amount of glue, or use some sticky stuff to put on it. Yeah, wrapping wire is a skill that you need to practice for sure. And I'm good at it on some days. Let's see what today is. Right. Okay, so we've got to wrap the spine first before we put the legs. Every time it's a different way to do things. Okay, so I'm going to follow this size. Can we? Yes, we can even see it on screen. Fantastic. Which is going to be too big, which suits me. There we go. Snip it there. So I'm doing this size, so the instructions will be a little bit too big, as we've explained, but I like making things smaller anyway. Take your cream, and also I always use too much wool, so if I make it smaller, then the wool will be perfect. Take your cream, split off 1/3. It's kind of already done that. Put that aside. Wrap along the whole thing. Ooh, this is a really nice one. It's good lengths of fleece. So as you'll see, there is a kind of direction to it. So I'm just kind of separating it up so we've got the long pieces to wrap around me horse. It is Lilo. Is it Lilo or Lilo and Stitch? I think it is. Steffi, it's one of those days you can't even spell your own name right. Just come back from Create and Craft in Peterborough, so you've done your 9 hours. Oh, well, yeah, if you guys haven't seen, Steffi is quite often on Create and Craft. That's on the UK TV, which is, yeah, really awesome. Like, you guys are so brave doing that. And if I remember correctly, you dove in and did Create and Craft before you'd even started doing your lives on YouTube. So, yeah, amazing. The wire is great for the lanolin rich core, or you can prep the wire with florist tape. Yeah, absolutely. But nothing on this wire. I just dove straight in. If you hold it still, once you get the couple of wraps round, you're usually pretty much okay with wire. And then once it's felted, it's all going to stay in place. I'm just giving, doesn't say to felt this too much, but you know me, I always do. So I'm just going to felt this a little to get it smooth. This, it's looking a bit like a seahorse. I want to make a seahorse now. And yes, this size will be 75% of the size that it should be. That sounds perfect to me. Oh, fab. Skywolf's brushing out some knitting wool to get the right colour for a stitch. Yeah, that is a great tip. You totally can. Either wool or even acrylic yarn, acrylic knitting wool. In the UK, we call it wool. I think in America and other places, you call it yarn. Wool or acrylic works as needle felting fibers. They felt, so you can just cut them into lengths and then brush them out. It's a little bit more work, but to get an exact color, because sometimes it's hard or you're in a hurry, and it's easy to get knitting wool like anywhere in the world. So yeah, totally good idea. Right, we got horsey. 1 to 1, yeah, it's about the right thickness. That's good. Lay it on your template. See if we've already gone a bit long. That'll sort that out later. Lay it on the template. Take one of the leg wires, fold it in half. Oh, I like this. Yeah, so we're going to pop it over. It's supposed to meet the spine about, folded it too tight already. Meet the spine about here, and then twist it nice and tight. You can use, it says to use pliers, but actually this is a fairly nice. And twisting any of your wires, if they're a little more flexible, twisting them makes them really pretty strong. We should have Lily Tree on. She does her wire wrap jewelry tutorial. She could tell you all about that. Oh, went way too long. I was getting carried away there. Okay, went too long with that, but we'll be good. We'll be good. We'll be fine. Yeah, that's fine. And second one. Do not over twist as the wire can break. And oh yeah, good point. To make sure the wire twist is nice and secure, we can squeeze it a bit onto the spine. There we go. Oh, always good tips. Joking, hi there, hello. Oh, Joe's not feeling so great. Sorry to hear that. The makers are 6 years old. Woohoo! You're an annoying little child. Oh, did anyone see what I did there? It twisted and went the wrong way. There we go. So the makers are an annoying little child now. So have a 25% off. Great to know. So anyone who wants any little makers things, just now is the time while they're celebrating their birthday. 6 years is fantastic. Well done, ladies. And yeah, I think it's fab what you gals have done in this time. Built up a fantastic needle felting business with TV appearances and wonderful kits and a great community. So, yeah, good job, girls. Ladies, stop calling adult females girls. Okay, so he's definitely more leggy. Right, I should probably cut this. Probably. I'll read ahead slightly. And you're not bending the ends of the wire. Yeah, usually with wire I bend them in, but we are going to be, I believe, putting silk clay, so we don't need to. You have longer leg wire than you need. Oh yeah, I think we're going to, well, I'm going to cut some of this off to make it a little more manageable because it is a little crazy. But yeah, we have more leg wire than we need, so we wrap it to the right place, and then this is so soft to cut. It's amazing. As you can see, I'm not making that face that's like, don't get me in the eye on camera, don't blind me on camera. Cool. Right. Wrap the twisted sections with the core wool. Yep, so we're just securing everything because just now it's a bit wobbly. So secure it up. Always a good idea. Needle is there. Steffi's a girl, definitely not a lady. Fair enough. Okay, you can be. I know just some people get totally offended if you call people girls, but it just. I think our community we're girls and boys. Pamela, hello there. Good to see you. Yeah, for anyone who's just joined us, because I see we have 23 people here, but only 11 likes. Tip the thumbs up. No dislikes, which is cool too, but only 11 likes. So give us a like. But for anyone who's just joined us, we are making the Makers needle felted Dartmoor pony kit today. Making a start. No idea how far we're going to get today, but that's half the fun. Definitely doesn't look like a pony just now. Joe, no one's ever accused me of being a lady. True. That no one's ever accused me of that either. That is very true. I'm just trying to get the legs to line up so I felt them secure in a straight line. Wonky donkey, yeah. Oh, Tobias does dislike being called a girl. Yeah, I think you can be a boy or a guy. Yeah, okay, so I've only offended one of you with the girl thing. That's not bad. So what's everyone been up to for the 2 weeks while I was off having a great time? Yeah, let's catch up. I did nothing. Well, my friend asked if I was going to take needle felting stuff with me, but as I pointed out, I was going to have an actual proper break from all work things, and needle felting is work too, so I did nothing. But there was a little tiny art shop in the village that sold these little £3 kits. That's like about $5 or less. These little £3 sort of art kits. So I got a little pastel one, and we sat one night and did some sketches and things, and that was kind of fun because I don't get time to draw things. I'm always busy doing other things. That is really actually something I was thinking of doing. I haven't got any pictures queued up here, but I'll share some pictures in the Facebook group, Pam Duffy's Crafty Friends. Some beautiful areas in Scotland that we visited and actually had good weather, hence the new hair colours. And yeah, so got some great pictures, and I was wondering about turning them into felting templates. I was going to say kits. I'm not doing a kit, but I could sort of get the outlines and maybe do some Scottish scenery needle felting 2D templates if anyone's interested in that. There were some really pretty places. Well, I'd have to try it and see if because I haven't done any 2D landscapes. I've done some 2D animals, but never any landscapes. That's an idea. Oh, Dawn's too old to be a girl at 64. I disagree. You're never too old to be anything you want to be. I think Tobias is saying very loudly that he's been working. Oh dear. Diana been alternatively roasting and freezing in our part of Scotland. Yeah, pretty much we had that. We were just very lucky. Sorry to talk about weather, but it's the British pastime. But we were just super lucky. We did some amazing, incredible hikes in the most gorgeous fairy woodland that there actually is. My friend said it was like she wanted to do this walk because it was supposedly the best, the prettiest forest in Scotland. And I'm like, I know forests. I've done forest walks. I doubt this will be the prettiest forest. It was the prettiest forest I've ever been in. It was stunning. Where was I even going? Oh yeah, so we did loads of hikes and things like that. And the first 7 days or so, the weather was bad, but thankfully it was on our side. I think it's because when we did this fairy woodland, my friend was going to stop and pick up, she likes like collecting pretty stones and flowers and things. She was going to press some flowers, and she went to pick up something, and then she was like, better not, the fairy king's watching. And didn't. So I think that gave us the good weather for the week. So it was like every time we just finished a walk, get into the car and the heavens opened. So we never got rained on in the whole time, even though the weather was awful. And then it got awesome and I got very burnt. Lorna just got back from a walk. Should get your maker's box next week. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it looks like a cool one. Steffi planning to go to two shows in Scotland at the end of the year, knitting and stitching, country living. Oh, since you said you're doing 2 in Glasgow, I thought it was going to be the Crafts at Christmas and Hobbycraft show. I haven't seen the knitting and stitching and country living. Interesting. Might have to pop over and see if I can sneak in and say hello. I definitely know that my mum could be convinced with a knitting and stitching one. Carol, busy in the garden, weeds are taking it. Oh, yeah. With the sun and rain while I was away, I came back to a garden. Like I went away from a garden, I came back garden. It's like my what's the name of the tree I've got outside? I can't remember right now, but I've got a kind of flowering tree thing out the front of my house, and it was fine when I went away, and it was like chapping on my bedroom window when I came back. So I've been my gardening was just getting out big secateurs and lopping off things, and if stuff wants to live after that, it's up to itself. I always call it gardening by Darwinian principles. I plant things that look pretty, I cut off things that look ugly, and if it was meant to live, it was meant to live. I don't bother following all the rules of when you're supposed to do things. I'm just like, don't like the look of that, cut it. And Diana's gonna see Steffi at the shows. Fantastic. Oh, you are. It's not the knitting and stitching. It is the creative craft show. Oh, well, I think last year we didn't go to the creative craft show because, well, not last year. Last year there wasn't one. 2 years ago we missed it. But we've been to a lot of the creative craft shows. That's a really cool, busy show. Yeah, I'll have to pop along then. It's a really good show. I actually 3 years ago, some time ago, I did make a video at the Create and Craft show, Yeah, I'll have to find the link for that. There's actually a video on this channel of me looking around because it was so pretty. So if you want to see what the show is kind of like, creative crafts words, yeah. If you want to see what those kind of shows are like, then there's actually a video somewhere on my channel. It's like a couple of Christmases ago. Yay. Oh, Pamela's appreciated the vacation pictures. Glad you liked them. I was having such a good time. Yeah, I'll pop some up in Pam Duffy's Crafty Friends. Right. Body, take the 1/3 portion that we put aside. Take a little bit of it off because we're making a smaller critter. Roll it into a short sausage shape. And then it goes in here. That's probably still, no, that's not too much. Let's have a chunky pony. There. Yep, felt around it. Yeah, so we're adding chalk to him, definitely. And this will help stabilize the legs a bit more and everything as well. Joe, what's pretty is a brilliant idea to live by. I think so. It's not just that what's pretty, but also I do try and throw in what stuff might I be able to eat. So I plant like pretty herbs and things. Oh, right. I'm just going to deal with the front end of this guy and then encourage the back end to stop doing that. That's your tummy. It's not a cushion to lie down on, for goodness sake. Diana, yeah, you usually go to the crafts thing with 3 of your knitting friends, a car full. It'll be wonderful when they go live again. Yes, it'll be great to be able to go to these things and great to have a car full of friends and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's been a while. Lorna hasn't been to any craft shows, usually save up and go to the reenactment markets. Yeah, they sound cool too. Mainly because my mum is a huge crafter. I really only do this. But my mum does all of the crafts, so she likes to go, and I like to go and see what other people are up to and stuff. But yeah, we could definitely maybe plan a day and do a little meet with the makers and little old me and stuff. That could be fun because nothing is ever in Scotland. Like when you see like meet and greets or shows or whatever, nothing's in Scotland. So let's have a fun thing in Scotland. Yeah, to buy, same thing. Most craft shows have basically nothing I craft. No felting, no latch hook, no inkle weaving. I don't know what that is. And tablet weaving. Yeah, I think at the Create and Craft shows now there's going to be one, but there's been one needle felter that I've seen, and one there was a company that we got fleece from, an alpaca company. I actually went along with an alpaca that I'd needle felted out of the alpaca fleece that we got from them. So that was kind of fun, but in general it's not very much. Steffi, I think we're all ripe to get out and see people face to face safely, of course. Yeah, ripe in more ways than one, maybe. But yes, I totally agree. It was amazing. I was very lucky. I was able to get away with my friend because we both live alone, so we were we're allowed to be as a support bubble, which was good because like things just kind of closed down just after we'd gone, so we were able to escape to the Highlands where everything was much more open. And we went inside a coffee shop and had a cake and tea. It was like doing normal people stuff, and went inside a pub and had some food. It was so weird. Yeah, Tobias in Brisbane, Australia. Of course, yes. I remember you're not this side of the wood. Joe, yeah, I don't know what most of those things are as well. So Steffi's saying the first show will be in your neck of the woods, Crafts for Crafters at Exeter. But totally up to have a groupie meet in Scotland. Yay, that sounds fun. Dawn, the shows are never in Cornwall either. No, it does. Although I think the one of the biggest sort of fibre shows I went to, and it's got the most amusing name in the world, was in the Lake District years ago. We went to Woolfest, Rocketed. And we went to Woolfest, which was kind of fun. Mainly more fun because we stayed in a beautiful cottage. The Lake District is gorgeous. There also happened to be a wine tasting experience thing going on, where you wandered around all these places and beautiful gardens of a lovely stately home. You wandered around all these places while they talked intelligently to you and poured wine in your glass, and you're going to, I can totally taste the cherries in that, and the no, I'll need some more. Can you tell what is it that I'm supposed to be tasting? That was awesome. And then because the place that we stayed in was like fairly close, we were able to walk along the little pathway back to the cottage, and that was hilarious because there we were in summer frocks with you got to keep your glass of wine that you'd been going around with. So we're wandering around with a glass of wine, and the Lake District is really known for hikers and stuff, so there was all these people with like a backpack bigger than me and walking poles striding on, and we're kind of la-di-da-di-da with glasses of wine and stuff. So that I'm such a classy lady. Pamela's still waiting on your piggy box and surprise box from May. Oh, hopefully the piggies, if you haven't seen them, the piggies were super fun. We did upside down. We made this just before I went away, so check out the videos for that and check out the boxes. The piggy box was fun. Diana, it would be great to see you there. Yeah, meet up at the maker store. Absolutely. Oh, Lorna, last time you looked for wool, but reenactment markets don't cater for wool. Oh, that's strange. Definitely wool is, I mean, needle felting's not an old thing, but wool was used for a long time. Oh, Tobias, llamas are nicer than alpaca, but the alpaca fleece is much better. I've never met llamas. I've met some alpacas, the ones from the alpaca place I was telling you about, but there's also there was 3 up at a farm close to where my mum lives when I visit for the holidays, and they were super friendly. They were out eating spinach. They don't want to be petted or anything, but they'll come up and go, "Do you have spinach? I would like some spinach." um, Lorna, it would be great to see and meet people who are felting mad like me. I know, exactly. There's a cute like knitters. If you knit, you can. There'll be a group of people knitting like in your city, but needle felters, we often don't meet each other, so it would be kind of cool. Steffi, yeah, good point. No craft shows. You have all that wool in Australia. Absolutely. Oh, Pamela, yeah, good point. What era reenactments? Plenty of craft shows, but no displays in your area of interest. Yeah, it can. We, to be fair, we are quite niche. He's chunky. Well, we did go a bit crazy with the pig as well. Oh, wrap the entire shape lengthways. These are. I love doing that whenever you're making things. This is super good advice because you put like muscle or fat or everything on, and then I think of like doing this is adding skin. So you're just going around and smoothing over everything. Oh, the Create and Craft show goes to Exeter as well. Yeah, the Create and Craft, as far as I can tell, is huge. The big one is in Birmingham. I'd love. I wouldn't. I don't know. I think the Glasgow one's about the limit. If it gets too big, then you just get bored. And you've seen the same stuff, and there's only so much free food you can sample and and all that. Yeah, Lorna, are there any craft shows in the Midlands? Absolutely. Create and Craft is in the SECC in Birmingham. It's huge. Definitely worth going to. Apart from being like huge. So there's plenty of things there. Joe, never any shows in Liverpool. You might have to travel a little bit, but I would imagine there would be stuff in Liverpool or Manchester area. Tobias, you're drawn to the spinning wheels. You own 2 spinning wheels. Yeah, my mum has spinning wheels. She can actually spin with them, but she never really spent the time to get super good at it. So they were her spinning wheel last time. I don't know where it is now, if she sold it or something, but it was in the guest toilet in her house. So you would sit there and be like a spinning wheel, like, am I gonna prick my finger on that? Gloucestershire old spot pig. I suppose it might have been, yes. Diana, I didn't know lamb was spinach. Alpaca. I don't know if other ones do. These were just kind of really sort of like pet ones. They had 3 alpaca and 2 grown-up Highland cows and a baby. And one of the mama Highland cow, she would come up to the fence. You could pet her if you wanted. She was a bit big and stinky, but it's not her fault. Carol, definitely going to the NEC one right on my doorstep when I visit the UK. Cool. Lorna, do Viking and ancient Greek reenactments? Been no shows last year. Yeah, I'm desperate to see those friends again. I know a lot of these things, sadly, they've been put on hold. What on earth? Anyone who's just joined, what am I making? Take a guess. It looks like some kind of ugly swan hybrid, but that's okay because it looks like what the thing says it's supposed to look like. Add a couple of layers around the head and neck to get it up to about 4 centimeters thick, or probably less if you're following what I'm doing. More chunky around the head and neck. So although mine looks humorous, it does look like what it's supposed to be looking like. Diana, the NEC Birmingham is a great venue. Loved going there when I lived in the Midlands. I know it is huge. The SECC in Glasgow is the Scottish equivalent where the Create and Crafts are, but it's nothing. I mean, the NEC is massive. Pamela, yeah, the closest immersive felting experience I've found are multiple day workshops, pricey, but looking for one next year. The makers do things like that. I've certainly seen them. Obviously not the past couple of years, but the makers have done some fantastic retreats. Something one day I would love to go to. It's just finding the time to do anything like that. Oh, Joe, Birmingham's the nearest, and that's 4 hours each way. Yeah, that is a bit of a trek. Can we B&B and make a day of it? Skywolf, can I share? You're having a stock clear out. Yep. You've asked nicely. Yes, you can share on my page. I don't want people totally spamming the page, but yeah, if you're clearing stuff out, stick it up. I don't know if it will. It's not really the place for people buying things, so I don't know how well it'll do, but totally. Tablet weaving is a Viking form of web weft weaving. Cool. Didn't know that. There we go. See, we learn something new. You learn something new every day on my stream. It's never from the advice I'm giving. It's from what other people say, but still it's cool. Right. Oh, cool. Yeah, next step is adding some bulk to the front legs. I might have cut these too short. Well, I've not cut these too short because he's going to have short legs. So just building up the shoulder area. Why do I have to point to figure out, oh, it's a shoulder? Oh, Steffi, we're going to have a retreat in August and waiting to see what Boris says on the 21st of June to see how many more people could book. Oh, well, yes, of course. Yes, we'll all have to wait and see what's happening. That's even before getting away, me and my friend, we were sitting desperately watching the news going, do we think we're going to be able to get away? Thankfully, just managed it. But yes, everything's up in the air just now. But I think a felting retreat sounds like a lovely thing. Some pony shoulders. Lauren has done some tablet weaving. It takes ages. Well, I think all weaving takes its time. I did a weaving art thing when I was at school, and it was like about A4 size, and it took forever. But it was cool to be able to make pictures out of weaving stuff. But that was forever ago. I'm just looking at these pictures further on. That looks so good, and I don't know if I'm going to get to that good. Heather saying, "Hope you can do the retreat. Would love to go to one." Yeah, I hope you can. Are you gonna be streaming from it and stuff? Want lots of pictures and streaming and be able to see what everyone's up to? That would be very cool. Tobias, it certainly trains up your patience. The tablet weaving. Well, I suppose we all do crafts that take patience, don't they? Oh wow! The makers go wild with the makers. The 14th and 15th of August. Tents and rooms available. Learning how to wash, fleece, dye, and felt wet and dry. Oh wow, that sounds awesome. I hope the weather's good. That would be kind of fun to be washing fleece if the weather's nice. Yeah, Lorna, I'd love to go, but moment can't afford them. Need to save up. Absolutely, a lot of these things, and it's always a fair price for the makers and everything, but everything costs money, and we don't all have it as well. Oh, my hair's getting an itchy spot in my back. Excuse me. Okay, done the front legs, kind of. Repeat the process for the back legs. My computer, it's so hot just now. I'm not complaining, but my computer, so if you can hear kind of complaining noises, my computer's whinging that it's a little bit too hot. Oh, he's gonna have like super short legs and a big fat belly, which is right for a pony, so I'm not complaining. I shouldn't have cut the legs before I'd got to this stage, but it doesn't matter. Other retreat will be at the Wilderness Centre in the Forest of Dean, where you live. I know, I've seen the pictures. It is so gorgeous. But yeah, it's the Forest of Dean. I think I've been in that years ago when we did camping in it many years ago. 32 acres will be at our disposal. Sleeps about 130 people, but maybe about 30. Oh, hiccups, sorry. That sounds lovely. Forest of Dean with all the outdoor space at your disposal. Awesome. Oh, Pamela, great. Your family got together for a celebration last night. It was lovely to see and hug maskless family. Absolutely. It's nice to be seeing things a little more normal. So everybody be careful. We're still there's the light at the end of the tunnel, but we're still not out of the woods yet. How many metaphors can we mix up in this moment? Oh boy, my pony is looking very, very weird. Um, the pony will be not very shapely at this point. Don't worry if you struggle. Come back to the template. Good advice. Actually, for me, that is really not bad. Okay. Building bulk by adding wads of wool. Yep, great advice. This I love this as well. Adding wads is like to bulk muscle, fat, all that kind of thing. So we're gonna make a little bit for his chest. Although your chest is in the picture, your pony shape's much more shapely than mine. Oh, bless! Dartmoor ponies have relatively short legs and the knees at the front point slightly inwards. Dartmoor ponies are slightly knock-kneed. Then love these little tips. If you're making any animal, it's these little details that super help you to make it what it is supposed to be. So it kind of that is so cute. It's like a Disney horse. Ginger, hi there. Good morning. It was 95 for the past 2 days. I'm assuming that's temperature in Fahrenheit. It'll be at least 90 today. The horrible dry fire danger. Oh no, I'm sorry to hear that. That's at least one thing we're lucky in Scotland. I can't figure out what 95 is, but it's hot here, but it rains all the time. So not going to say fires don't happen in the woods and things. There is the danger of that, but yeah, everything's pretty soggy just now. Mia, today I was out walking my dog before the I did the stream. I'm just going to smooth over some of these bits. If you get any lumpy bits like this, you just add a little bit of fiber and it smooths them out. Yeah, so it's just a bit of waste ground behind my house, really. It used to be factories, so it's what's called a brownfield site. Went round a corner and there were two deer. Thankfully, I mean, she does chase deer, of course she does. If they run right in front of her, she is a dog, but she only chased them for about 30 seconds, not even about 10 seconds she was chasing them. But that 10 seconds went through a very muddy, boggy bit, and something that is really interesting this year, I've never seen before, but the dandelions are so much that, you know, the pictures when they say, like, it's spider weather in Australia. Tobias, you'll know this more than me. And you see pictures of the trees absolutely covered in webs. Well, it's like that on the ground. It just looks like snow. And it's so much dandelion seeds, that's it. um it's just amazing. But anyway, so she ran off through a boggy bit and then through this dandelion snow thing. So it got absolutely covered, and then she climbed under a bush, a massive spiky bush that obviously some kind of fox or something had been using as a stash, because the next thing, all I could hear was her crunching something in there. So my dog's not getting tea tonight because she went feral and fed herself. My dog's wonderful. um Diana, metaphors are made for mixing. Absolutely, like gin. Metaphors are like gin. Steffi, I like the pony a little smaller. Yes. Oh, nice question, Pamela. What's needed to sleep at the Wilderness Centre? Is it a camping situation? International travel will wait until next year in any case. Yeah, I think, do you know, that's sensible for anyone. There's so many people in the UK. The government had put Portugal on the green list, which meant you didn't need to quarantine when you came back. So everyone was, not everyone, some people were wanting to holiday in Portugal. And I get, okay, people want a holiday and stuff, but it's just, why are you surprised that it suddenly came off the green list and onto the amber list? So you now have to quarantine. You know, we all saw this coming. So just, I would totally be enjoying holidaying around about here and not worrying about international travel for a little while. There's too much going on. Moment's notice, it can all change. So just enjoy the simple things. It was absolutely, like I say, I sat in a cafe and had coffee and a cake. It was amazing. Just normal things. Oh, Steffi, if you turn to the very last page on the instructions, you'll see the 2 ponies that live in the Wilderness Centre. Oh, aren't they not gorgeous? That is fantastic. Young Dartmoor fillies were the inspiration from the project. You can see their... Look at them. They are... Oh, thank you so much for including that in the kit. I love this. That's gorgeous. So there you go. I won't show you much more. You have to buy the kit to see the pics of the ponies. See, I was going to change this up and do a Shetland pony, but no, we'll do the Dartmoor and I'll do a Shetland pony another time. Oh, they're adorable. Luna and Raven, 2 fillies who the centre here bought. They are lovely. That's fab. Ginger, we're still wearing masks, if only for the pollen and dust. Yeah, plus I don't trust tourists, which do whichever they please. Yeah, we're still, and do you know, I'm happy to. We're still masking when you go into places and everything. It's just like for a cafe, if you're eating or something, you can take them off when you're sitting down and you've filled in the form or scanned the QR code to confess who you are. But yeah, I don't mind wearing masks, and yeah, if it stops the dust and the pollen, that would be great. Part of rewilding in the Wilderness Centre, fantastic. Oh, Tobias, thank you. Conversions, 95 is 35C. Okay, yeah, that's hot. That's in Scotland. That's whinge factor very high. Yeah, it's kind of pleasant here around 25. Anything above that, when it starts getting above 30, no, not doing anything. Wow, yeah, okay, so totally agree, that's hot. Joking that Steffi, they're majorly cute. They really are adorable. I wish I'd looked to the back to start with and based them more on them, but no, this is still going to be cute. And Ginger, yeah, 95 is 35. That is ridiculously hot. So, yeah. Oh, it's cool for the Wilderness Centre. The tents have mats or field beds, and you bring your own bedding and towels. The rooms have bedding but no towels, and it's fully catered. That sounds lovely. Steffi, I love hot weather. Yeah, I love pleasantly hot weather. There's a limit. It's toning down now, but literally like 1 hour out on the beach on a sunny day that I wasn't expecting it to be sunny, and me and my friend both turned quite pink. So I've come back a different color. I'm no longer that blue color that I was. Everyone commented, like I did a stream for E-Rank on Thursday, and everyone was like, it's nice to see you with a bit of color. Like, oh yeah, I don't totally like put off the white balance of the camera just now. It won't last. It'll fade back to blue in the back. Give it another week and I'll be blue again. And Rose also loves hot weather. I do enjoy hot enough that you can be wearing shorts, which for me wearing shorts happens around 16 degrees C. So yeah. Oh. Oh, she's looking interesting. Trust the process, Pam. Trust the process. The makers know what they're doing, but how many times do I worry at this stage? I'm just like, this does not look right. Make another wad of wool, felt it onto the side of the pony's rear end. Yep, give her some junk in the trunk. Gotcha. Trying to get two relatively even ones so she doesn't go off having a uneven backside. Trying to think roughly where her thigh muscles would be as well, because horses and ponies have very chunky back ends. Steffi, yep. Etsy has bought Depop. That was just in the past few days, I think. Yes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think that Etsy sellers will see much difference with it. I think it'll be like Etsy bought a music selling site Reverb a few years ago, and it's just remained as a standalone site. So I think Depop will be the exact same. As far as I can tell, we won't see a difference. It's just about them making some money. Well, so I do have Etsy shares. I have a whole half of a share, so might see the difference if they keep making money, but otherwise, yeah, I don't think they mean anything that'll make a difference for us. But if anyone uses Depop, I believe it's a secondhand clothing app website thing. I've never looked at it, but in the UK, so yeah, it's interesting they've gone for that, and it definitely gives them a bit more presence in the UK, so that's good. Oh, now she's got some junk there. Oh, that's a bum, darling. Yeah, Steffi, trust the process. It's all going to plan. Thank you. No, the pictures super help as well. Definitely. I am just really bad at following instructions. Like, it's so hard not to go, no, this is how I make a pony. But everything works. You've all seen me whinge every single time I'm making something. I'm always like, no, this looks weird. And then it comes. I mean, how bad did Piggy look before Piggy started looking awesome? What was it? Harry Porker. Yeah, I forgot about that with a lightning bolt in her head. Yeah, she looked terrible for quite a while, and then suddenly came all together, and it's a cute piggy. So hopefully we'll see the same with the horse. Depop's very popular with the young people. Cool. I'm very much not down with the young people. So not cool. But yeah, I'll have to look into it anyway. It does sound interesting. And I suppose it's kind of like an Etsy for second-hand clothes sort of thing. I'll look into it. Has anyone used it in the past, or are we all out of that age group? Oh, Erica, thank you. Love the pony. Oh, thank you. She's got a way to go before I'm falling in love. There's still a lot of bits that are annoying me, but it's a good start. Just reading ahead. Build up the hips. They have big bottoms. That's big. It is going to felt down. Remember when you're adding wads of things? This is what I really enjoy we're sculpting now. You're adding a wad of something, and then how you felt your needle in and what you're doing. Just look at it and go, do I want more fat here? Do I want less fat? And this is where you're really sculpting, rather than just a tutorial that says wrap 10 grams of this round here. It's everybody's is going to be different because we're going with our eye now. So I really love this. It also means that you can totally mess up, but we're not going to. Okay, it's saying it's going to be fluffy, so we don't have to worry about the muscle tone. Cool. And add to the neck till it's about 5 centimeters thick. I'm way ahead. We might. Yeah, I think we'll just smooth this out a little bit, but this is where we will end it for today. I think, and then we've got working on the face and further shaping, because let's just check how she's doing. Working on the face, further shaping. Oh, actually, not too awful. Her legs got a bit longer. Her body got a bit longer, rather. Yeah, she's not horrific. Yeah, so I think we will leave her here and just do a bit of smoothing, because that's been an hour. Yeah, so I'll give it a couple more minutes and then we'll see. Oh, Erica, the shape is a painting old time on the stone wall. Yeah, you mean like cave paintings? Oh, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yes. What a good idea. Yes. Okay, so I've made a prehistorical pony. But yes, I see exactly what you mean there. Oh, good question. For asking international things. Yeah, and handy to know the answer for all of us who are selling things and shipping them. The rules are changing all the time just now. It's really hard to keep up with everything. It's definitely a pain. So asking Erica if she has to pay duty on the orders. Someone in Italy complained the other day they were charged because they filled in the custom docs wrong. Etsy sent an email out to people. There's a new code we have to add to your European orders depending on what we're sending. I will dig that out again, because that'll be useful even if you're not selling through Etsy. Just a code that you have to put on the customs form that tells them what's in the item. I think we need to add, it's like a six number code that's each of the 2 numbers explaining a little more detail what your item is. I am pretty sure needle felting is not going to be understood in part of the code, but we'll do the best. So I'll dig into that and totally sort out the codes for everybody that's doing felty things, and yeah, see if I can find the links. Lorna, definitely looking pony-like. Thank you so much. I'm making Kinajus. What? You guys just make up words, don't you? I don't know what that is. Should see what it looks like. Definitely not what it's supposed to look like. Making a Kinajus. What is this? Tell me. And Eric is saying the shipping's been okay just now. Oh, Ginger's off for a birthday lunch. Enjoy. Oh, I'm starving, actually. I definitely will have to stop in a minute. Looking forward to seeing the finished pony, big bum and all. Oh, by the way, nobody's seen my knees for 20 years. I'm blue-toned as can be. Oh, bro, no, this is my guide leader many years ago when I was a kid, and I totally go with this. It works perfectly in the UK. She always said that skin dries quicker than clothes, so if you're out anywhere in the summer, it's easier to wear less things, and if you get soaked, you'll dry quicker rather than having loads of soggy clothes hanging around. So that's what I've always done. It's like, summer, my legs are coming out. Apologies for the bright white glow. Yeah. Steffi, Dartmoor ponies are a very old breed. Not cave painting old, but they are now. I'd love to kind of felt some cave painting things come to life as sculptures. That sounds fun. Um, Tobias, you're turning 60 on the 13th. Happy birthday! We'll have to remember. Celebrating with my partner and mum on Monday, today your time. Oh, have a great day. And yeah, have a great 60th. Definitely a good one to celebrate. Steffi, I will definitely, if I don't have something up today, prod me and remind me, and I'll sort out those custom codes, because thankfully Etsy did give us that, but I was just a few days ago and my head has been melted. Come back from a holiday, need a holiday. Pamela, yeah, no import costs in the USA, but exchange charges are added. Yes, the exchange rate is a pain. I think, yeah, we didn't manage to crash our pound, so things are yet. So things are still quite expensive for you guys compared to us, I think. Right, okay, guys, we all know I could sit and just felt over this for like hours, so let's not. I'll give you a couple of minutes to say goodbye to everyone, but thank you so much for joining me. Oh, 27 people watching and 21 likes. Can we get an extra 6 more likes? Probably not, because the extra 6 people probably went away. But if you haven't, give us a thumbs up. It makes me feel happy. Yeah, it would be awesome if you can give me a thumbs up. Thank you so much for joining me. We will, well, continue this little guy. I won't say finish. I don't want to rush him. I want to try and do an actual good job here. So we'll continue with this little guy next Sunday, same time, same place. It would be great to see you all. Yeah, and everyone have a great week. And yeah, there's more videos dropping. If you're wanting to, there's a good one dropping. I scheduled up a load of videos to drop on my YouTube channel, so I can't actually remember what's about to happen. So, but I think there's a good one coming in the next couple of days. Keep an eye out. Hit the bell, subscribe, and hit the bell to find out. Okay, guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day, and